Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into this week's video on the Spark Your Speaking channel. Today I'm going to share with you my top exercises to make you a better public speaker. This is part one of a two-part series. My name is Kathy Lee and I'm your public speaking coach. In the lessons I have with my students, I always include exercises to help them practice their skills. These exercises are extremely effective and I wanted to share them with you so that you can excel at public speaking too, so that you can have access to these practical exercises so that you can continue to get better at your public speaking. Now, to really capitalize on these exercises and really get the most out of them, I encourage you to set up your phone and record yourself doing these exercises. It will help you to see and hear where you're making mistakes and help you fix them quicker. The first exercise is called the adlib exercise. Ad-libbing is the ability to speak freely without a script or preparation. I want you to take your phone and position it somewhere so that you can capture yourself. Record yourself standing up or sitting down with your arms by your side and be as relaxed as possible and make sure that your posture is good. So make sure that you have a relaxed, confident, open stance. I want you to time yourself for 1 to 2 minutes speaking about anything. Even if you mess up during the first try, don't stop the exercise and keep going. This is important because there are a lot of things we can learn when you fumble or make a mistake. Remember, there is no judgment here and we aren't looking for perfection. The whole point of this exercise is to see how well you can speak without preparation and a script and to determine what tics or distracting habits you might have. Ad-libbing is an extremely useful skill to have in unexpected situations. Let's say you are in the middle of a speech and your slides stop working or things get out of order. This is when ad-libbing will help you get back on track. It buys you time. Or let's say you've been asked on the spot to make a short speech or to say a couple of words about something. Your ad-libbing skills will be very handy in this situation. The best way to get better at ad-libbing is to practice, okay? There's no other way around it. So let me demonstrate the first exercise. I'll talk about our family dog, Beta, okay? So I'm gonna sit here. I've chosen a topic. Again, you can choose to talk about anything for 1 to 2 minutes. And I'm gonna have an open stance while I sit here and I'm just gonna be really relaxed and here I go. Our dog Beta is so full of life and so full of personality. The thing is, my family, we weren't really animal people about 10 years ago, which is when Beta came into our life. My mom just didn't like to have all the pet hair everywhere. But then my sister brought home this tiny dog, medium-sized dog. He's a Corgi / Chihuahua mix. And we didn't really like him at the beginning, and not because it was him, but we just weren't used to having an animal around. But obviously we fell in love with him and we kept him for the last 10 years before he sadly passed away. But he lived such a beautiful and meaningful and long life with us. And we have so many great memories of him, just like other dog people. I can assure you that once you fall in love with one of those four-legged pets, they definitely become your family. I just made that up. I mean, no, we really actually have a dog named Beta that we sadly had to put down last year because he was just getting so old. But I just made that up on the spot in the sense that I did not, prepare anything ahead of time. Try this exercise. Once you're done this exercise, I encourage you to watch it back and observe your delivery. Do you use a lot of filler words such as and ah and so? Do you have repeated cadences? What I mean by cadence is the rhythm of your delivery. Do you speak with a specific rhythm or speed that you repeat over and over and over again, or do you vary it up? What I mean by cadence is, let me just demonstrate this. Hello, my name is Kathy. I am a public speaking coach and I love my job. Some people talk like that, especially when they're nervous. Observe to see if you have a repetitive cadence or a repetitive rhythm. Now, do you repeat certain words? Do you pause in awkward places? Do you feel like you're rambling? What about your body language? Are you slouching again because you forgot to sit up straight or stand up straight? Do you blink too much? Do you not blink enough? Do you move your body around or sway it from side to side? Do you see your hands? And if you do see your hands, are they clenched because you're so nervous or you're so stressed? Now listen to the sound of your voice. Is it high pitched? Is it raspy? Is it warm? Are you speaking faster than you think you are? Or are you speaking slower? Do you mumble or mispronounce certain words? We certainly don't want to do that, okay? Because we want to make sure we're pronouncing every word properly. What about the content of your speech itself? Are you able to tell somewhat of a story on the spot or talk about yourself with some direction? You know, are there natural pauses? Does one train of thought finish before you go into the next, or does one thought run into the other? Now, if you make a mistake, how did you handle the mistake? Now observe how you felt before, during, and after the exercise. Did you feel nervous or at ease? Did you feel tension anywhere in your body? Take notes and mark all of this down and be mindful of where the tension is, okay? Again, the whole point of this exercise is not to highlight your weaknesses or the things that you're good at. It's really just for you to have the awareness as to how you come across, because a lot of us don't have that awareness. Because how often do we, unless you are a public speaker, you're actively doing it, or you're on social media a lot and you do videos and you have to watch it back, unless you're in those scenarios, a lot of us don't have that awareness. So the whole point of this is for you to understand how you come across. And then if you notice that there are certain things that you do that you find annoying about yourself, at least now you know, and then you can work on it, right? I suggest that you do this exercise as many times as you like until you see improvement. Again, just having this awareness and taking this first step will help you change the way you deliver almost right away. Now, before I continue, I want to share that I've created a 2.5-hour public speaking program called Asia Public Speaking. It's very robust, it's very comprehensive. I have students around the world who've taken this course. This course is going to dive deeper into what I'm teaching you today. But not only that, I'm going to teach you so many more other concepts and skills to help you excel at your public speaking. This is probably one of my most popular courses. I want you to have access to it. So head over to my website, sparkyourspeaking.com. Again, it's called Asia Public Speaking, and you can access it at sparkyourspeaking.com. The next exercise I want you to try is called the introduction exercise. It's another adlib exercise, but a different version. This time, instead of speaking about anything for 1 to 2 minutes, I want you to introduce yourself and answer these specific questions. Tell me where you're from, okay? Tell me who you are, talk about what you do, and then why you're passionate about it. The whole point of this exercise is to see if you can stay focused on one topic and answer specific questions, and to see if you could bring out some of your personality into the speech, especially when you're talking about the things that you are passionate about. Take note of your tics and habits, and if you make a mistake, remember to keep going. Videotape or record yourself and watch it back so that you can see what you're doing and what you're not doing, what you're aware of and what you're not aware of, okay? So here's an example. Hello everybody, my name is Kathy Lee and I'm a public speaking coach and I'm from Canada. I've been here for many years and I've been teaching public speaking and coaching students around the world for more than a decade. I absolutely love my job. I love being able to see the progress that my students make, especially if they struggle. The more the struggle, the better the payoff, I find. And it just goes to show that, especially for the students who really doubt themselves, the more we work at it, the more we keep at it and become consistent at practicing, the higher the chances that they will improve. Okay, so that wasn't perfect. I had a little stumble, forgot what I was gonna say, but that's the beauty of these exercises, okay? There is no right or wrong way. It's not an indication of how good you are, because some days you could be right on the ball and do really well, and some days you're not, and that's okay. That's the whole point of this, but you just keep going. And trust me when I say that I know how awkward this is. As a TV broadcaster, this is something I had to learn to get over. I knew that the only way for me to get better was to watch myself back again, and it was the only way for me to get to know myself from the other perspective, which is the same perspective that everybody else has, right? It is quite embarrassing and uncomfortable at first, but only by watching yourself can you learn what your weird and awkward tics are And that's the first step to fixing or diminishing some of them. All right, that's all for today, everybody. Remember to hit the subscribe button below to continue to get free weekly public speaking and training videos. If you have any questions or topic ideas, feel free to leave a comment. And if you have any other questions or you want to learn more about the other public speaking programs that I have to offer, including Ace Your Public Speaking, make sure to check out my website, sparkyourspeaking.com. See you next week.